Hey, happy Monday, guys. Guys, as you walk in, please make sure you hit that like button, and please make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already, and please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock. Time. Like always, tell Culture Radio, Hakeem and Jordan, how you guys feeling? How you going?
Chilling, my brother. I'm here, swag surfing.
Hey man, can't complain, man. All good over here, man. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's get it.
Go ahead, guys, do your thing. Go ahead, Jordan.
What's going on, people? What's going on, people? Appreciate you guys coming in this Monday evening, Monday afternoon. If you hear on the West Coast, really appreciate you guys. So we're just gonna get right into it, man. Right into the topic, yo. So this is something topic I thought about today, and especially for men, because I feel like especially in this, we've been talking about dating in a dating the past couple of live streams, and got me wondering, why do sometimes when men they have their own standards of what they're looking for a woman or what they want in a woman or what they want in a relationship, they want in a marriage, and they kind of necessarily maybe they demand what they want, so of their standard, sometimes they get shamed of it, or they get talked about, they get shame or saying that that's too much for you, or they won't. Hold on. All right, cool. So, my bad, somebody's calling me. But yeah, go back to the standards. I feel like a lot of women, they have their own standards. They want this type of man, that type of man. They want this, and which we're all good of. But when a man want to have his standard, what type of particular woman he want, or you know, particular woman that he wants, and something that he wants, that in a relationship or possibly in a marriage, he might get shamed of or anything, and it's kind of like it's like I said, it's like it's not there. It's like I said, especially in our black communities, this is very, very odd. It's very, very odd. Just a shame, man. But they have perfect standards of what they want. They just get shamed out. But we definitely gonna talk about it today. I got a couple videos that we're gonna play out. Go ahead, play the videos I came after that. We're gonna rock and roll. What's going on, Sugar Bomb? What's going on, Sugar, Sugar, Sugar?
Hello, family. How you doing? Sherry Bryant. Shout outs to Sky, Victor, Sugar, Ken Dog, my brother from another mother.
Actual comment, but I will use this to bounce off of. How dare men have standards? And I even saw a comment from someone saying, are girls allowed to say they don't want to date fat men, yes or no? And you know what? I think the problem here is a lot of us are just missing the point. This isn't about whether you should or shouldn't have standards, or if your preferences are right or wrong. It's really a matter of, why are you guys broadcasting all of these preferences when it is really none of anyone's business? If you don't want to date a girl who has more than 5 as a body count, that's your choice. If you don't want to date a fat or a short dude, that's also your choice. All I'm saying is, don't be a dick about it. It's really that simple. Have the maturity, awareness, and understanding that the things that you like, your preferences, do not dictate some universal moral standard. In other words, just because you think it's undesirable doesn't mean it goes against some universal moral code. And as for the concerned parents out there who are worried that I'm condoning a very promiscuous lifestyle, this is not what it's about. I understand that all you want to do is to protect your children and your little loved ones. I just wanted to reassure you that I'm not saying that we should go out there and rack up a high body count. All I'm saying is we shouldn't use that to judge someone's character, because that's literally just one aspect of their life. As I'm sure you wouldn't want to be judged one-dimensionally either. I know I'm not going to change everyone's minds with just like a few videos on TikTok, right? I guess what I'm hoping from this conversation is that we learn to speak with each other with more openness, with less judgment, without being so harsh, without being so closed off, If you didn't absorb anything from this 2-minute video, then please absorb this. Don't be a dick.
Never apologize for having standards. And the beauty of standards is standards will always expose those who come with an agenda. And your emotional intelligence and biblical standards will always frustrate those who can't run game on you. It will always frustrate manipulators. Then what you have to be careful of is manipulators will try to project on you. They'll start to say things like, you got trust issues. How about, this is not trust issues. This is, I've seen this pattern before, and I refuse to entertain the same pattern of being deceived because I compromised my standards. To have standards is to be aware of your value. To have standards is to be aware that God set your value to priceless. Now, the danger in allowing people to give you value or give you significance is you give them the power to set your price. So you could be more valuable than the whole department store, but you will settle with being on the clearance rack just so that you can get their approval. And it's not a standard if you are not willing to experience loss. If you aren't willing to lose something due to your standard, it's not a standard, it's just a suggestion. Sometimes we have mislabeled victories because if you lost them, but found you really won. If the relationship failed, but now you have a prayer life, you really won. If you didn't get the position, but that wasn't what God had for you anyway, you really won. Never apologize for having standards.
All right, people, those are a couple of videos we played about, men having standards in general of how, men should, they might get shamed for standards or, men, and also the video, men should, make sure the man should have his standards and everything. So I'm gonna pass it to you guys. I'm gonna start off with you, Ronnie. Do you feel like some men get shamed for having their own standards?
Yes, a lot of men get shamed when it comes to having their own standards. Like some men, they have their standards based when it comes. Hey, go, what's good? What's happening? Go, what's shout out.
It's good. Salute to you, Gore. Salute to you.
Hey, Sugar, I wanted my lights to be off because I want to be dark today. She said, I look extra dark. I said, yes, I want to be dark. Still love to my dark skin. I wanted my lights to be out today. I don't too much light, man. It's hot in Miami. It's hot. Even with Central Air, that shit is hot outside. But pretty much. Let me go back. I'm derailing the conversation. But back to the conversation at hand. Men do have a standard, especially when some men they base their standard based on the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, to any other religion. That's what most of the men. That's what they base their standards on. Now, when a man comes to a relationship and tells a woman, "Hey, these are my standards," sometimes the woman tends to look down upon that man because the woman herself have her own standard and her own idea of what she wants the man's standard to be. And I think that's where the miscommunication comes from when you have two parties, man and also woman, coming into a relationship and trying to break, especially when he trying to come in a relationship and say, hey, this is how I want things to be, but the woman gonna say no, because this is how I want my man to be, because sometimes the woman is taught a certain way how a man is supposed to be. And that's the issue we always have, especially when it comes to the dating game. That was always good to have a good communication aspect of the relationship, because when you have a good communication, then you'll understand, okay, I'm allowed to do this and I'm not allowed to do that. But most of the time when a man do come in a relationship with a standard, he does look upon bad. And it's sad to say, but it's absolutely true. Go ahead, Hakeem.
You got another compliment, Hakeem. Put it on there. Put it on there. Put it on there. Just put it on there. Fresh.
Hey, listen, it's only coming from a black woman. Praise be to God. That's why I love y'all women so much. Just trying to live in the God's grace and in the grace of you beautiful women. Now, I'm happy that we have standards. I say that we don't have enough people who have standards and boundaries. The world will be a better place. Here's the issue, and what the lady said went over a lot of people's head. It is nobody's business that you have standards. Just don't be an asshole about it. And this is the reason why I don't never complain when women say, I don't want to date no broke man. You shouldn't. But don't be mad when somebody say, I don't want to date a pepper or a fat girl. We can't be mad about that. The problem where it comes in, I don't want to date women with kids. That's a preference. The problem where it comes, they turn their preference and make it a negative blanket statement over a group of people. That's where the issue comes. You should never tell a person your preference. If you know the preference, you'd be like, oh, I'm cool, baby, and just keep it moving. Me personally, I have preference that I'm not going to settle for. Listen, she laughed because she knew what she knew what that pepper is. You know what that bell pepper statement is. You know that's you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know what I mean? We all have preferences. I think that coming into ourselves, everybody take things as an offense when it's really that people should be happy. And if you don't set these boundaries, you're not going to be happy at all. Go ahead.
Yeah, going to what you said about people getting offended, especially women get offended when men have standards, to me, it shouldn't be that way. And I feel like, a lot of men should really talk about having their standards, in check, and tell these women what their standards are. Because I feel like, when women shame men of their standards and everything, they feel like, the man, they got to, okay, I can't be this too picky to this. Okay, maybe I got to, lower my standards or something like that. No, to me, it's no, man. If you have a strong standards of what you stand on it. Especially, but if you want a girl that's top tier, you got to make sure you have the money for it. You got to make sure you equip from them standards for that woman. If you want to get that, you got to make sure you got to be the best version of yourself and make sure you are equipped to your standards. Because I feel like, no woman should be shaming no man for the standards if he had that type of standards. I think no way. If he had a standard, stay strong. Because I believe when a man have a certain standard, he is the person who can, who could be a strong foundation to his family. And also, if you have a lot more men talk about, bringing the standards, telling what their own standards are, and really stand on their standards. Because I feel like a lot of men, they don't stand up. A lot of men, especially in these YouTube spaces and all here in the real world, they don't stand on their standards what they got, and they feel like they gotta, take a couple steps back, which is not the case. I know that I'm here for the dating scene is just really crazy. It's really messed up right now, and I feel like one of the reasons is because of that, because men are not standing to their standards where keeping their standards of what they're standing on. And I feel like a lot of men need to be assertive of what they need to say about their standards and stand on it. If a woman doesn't like the standards, she shamed you. Oh well, there's always a woman out there who might align with your standards, and possibility there might be a little bit of compromise, which is totally fine. Because if you're in a relationship, there's also gonna be compromise from a man's side and from a woman's side. But if you guys stand on strong standards and that woman looks for you and y'all accumulate right with the standards, that should be the right woman for you. Definitely the right woman for you. What is each of your preferences? Oh, that's a good question. I want to hear our kings first.
On-demand sex. On-demand sex. Somebody who has discernment, who has a bit of femininity about it. I love a woman who is soft-spoken. I don't like nobody talking to me crazy. I love a woman who knows how to cook, clean. I love a woman who knows how to treat her family. That's very big for me. I come from a very close-knit family. Like if I hear you calling your mama out your name or calling your brother a puss ass, then I'm gonna look at you a little bit different, because I don't do that about none of my family. Somebody who cares about her image, who I'm not so deep into that where if you come out to Walmart in a bleach stained dress, I'm not gonna really care about that. It's about when you walk by you, if you smell good, if your hair's wrapped up nice in a nice little thing. I'm not even too concerned about the bonnet. But if you got crust under your eye and you a woman, then I'm like, so that's my preference.
No, my preference, to be honest, is I want a woman to be able to rub my feet. If you can rub my feet every day, man, you good. I don't even care about on-demand sex. That's more a Hakeem thing. My thing is pretty much rub my feet. After a hard day at work, it's something about that feet rub. It'd be like, oh man, feel like you're walking on heaven. Feel like you're walking on the street of gold. So that's my number one preference. Some guys prefer, hey, look at look at shit and say, ew. Exactly, go on demand sex. Thank you. Makes no. That's it. That's one of my is the feet rub.
Well,
Rub my feet. Rub it. Rub it. Rub it. And I got some cute little feet too. Rub it.
hey, you never know. You might know. Ryan might get his pedicures off. He probably take care of his feet. And a lot of men do take care of his feet now. A lot of people, a lot of women don't know that.
Hold on. Niggas that nasty. Niggas that we man. You see? Rub the feet. Rub the feet. Go ahead.
Yeah, my preferences are, my wife knows it's like for me, it's like number one thing, treat others the way you want to be treated. That's number one for me because, if you treat somebody else wrong in your family or somebody that, a waiter or waitress or something like that, you treat them nasty, that's just look at yourself. It's like, yo, you might be a nasty person yourself, and I always looked at that. My mom and my family, they taught me about that. Treat others as you want to be treated for sure. And that's kind of one of the things I look in a woman. And just have good communication at all times. As long as you communicate well, on an everyday basis, because a lot of people don't have poor communication skills. Some people they don't communicate for a whole day. When you communicate for the whole day, that's a problem right there. For me, treat others you want to be treated. Make sure you communicate. That was my top two right there. This to me, that's the simple stuff right there for me.
Sherry Ryan, no, you're not gonna suck on my toes. No.
Sugar Brown said my preferences are money and a long BBC.
Hey, and that's no problem.
Go ahead, that's fine.
We support that, Sugar Bum. I would never object to that, but this is what we're but I want you to hear something. Out of all our preference, we never mentioned money or looks. We didn't mention that.
Or also the body. She gotta have a big booty or big tits. We didn't mention that either.
We didn't mention that either. We only mentioned simple things. And sometimes I think that goes over people's heads as far as what preference is. And PJ, shout outs to PJ Alson. I love you, brother. Big supporter here. And he said something, understanding your roles, play your position accordingly. I want everybody to digest that and see what that means. Motivation Vision is here. A woman, for me, a woman's softness and her elegance has always been a big turn on. And when you lead off of, bonsoir, chérie, qui jonye, Benny Swale Tanel. Shout outs to Natasha Vincent. But when you lead off of femininity, that's the top requirement for most men. You being soft-spoken, sweet, nice, very caring, very loving, very thoughtful is an entry fee into a man's life. And whatchamacallit, PJ said something earlier. If you know how to cook, that's way to a man's heart. Most men are good cooks here. We all know how to cook well. That doesn't mean we want to do it ourselves. I went to culinary school. Me
too. Me too.
You know what I mean? We like I've worked in kitchens. I worked for Aramark, Sodexo, Unidyne. I'm naming names y'all don't know, and worked in. That doesn't mean I want to come home and do it. So when a woman is willing to do something a man doesn't want, it's a good feeling.
But what you mean that you don't want to do it? You say you won't cook for your wife? That what you saying?
That doesn't mean I wouldn't cook for my wife. I definitely would cook for her. I definitely would clean the house. I'll give you an example. If me and my girl is working in Jordan can answer this better than it because he's married. If I'm living with somebody and I came home early and she's still at work, I'm not going to expect her to cook a meal. That'll be absurd. You feel me? That'll be absurd. I'm going to cook. I'm going to clean. I'm going to get the kids ready for bed. That's a partnership there. You working, I'm working. Now, what I envision is if you're not working and you at the house, I expect a hot goddamn meal when I walk in that door. Now, mind you, go ahead.
If that's the man's standard, we can't judge him from that. And I think that's what's happening here.
But listen here, brother. You heard me say this before. I'm willing to pay for it. If I have to work 2 jobs so I won't have to cook a meal, I'm willing to pay for it.
No, because the simple fact is Jordan. Because the title of the show is do men get shamed for their standard? That's the topic, and they do, because if a man comes in and tell a woman, "I want you to cook clean," those are my standard. If a man, let's say if a man have a conversation with us about that, right? Most of the time, the man will be shamed for that and be like, "No, I don't think you should do that. I think it should be a 50-50." He say, "No, these are my standard. If a woman's gonna deal with me, I demand her to cook clean and make sure the dishes washed at the end of the night."
Go also mentioned some. What if you cook better than most women? Here's where the compromise comes in.
Yeah, that's when the compromise. Yeah,
that's when the compromise comes in, and you're right about this. If I cook better than most women, then she just won't have to do the cooking. But if I'm too tired and I came home, at least she can maybe, hey, I went and got her some sandwiches or something like that. Not every time a woman is forced to cook, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be real with you. I grew up in a very traditional household. So there's certain things that I've had done that has kind of been ingrained in my upbringing. You feel me? And there's certain things that my mother just won't touch that she's been ingrained in her upbringing. She's not taking out no trash. She's not cutting no yard. She's not fixing nothing. She got men for that. It's too many men around for her to do that. She just point.
Yeah, that's true. Being, just being like, when like I say, for instance, for me and my wife, it's just, I don't know, for us, because we both went to culinary school and we both enjoy cooking. There's one time she might cook the whole week. There might be times I might cook the whole week. There's times she might cook 3 straight days, and I might cook for 1 day, or I might cook for 2 or 3 straight days. It's a flip flop. But the thing is like, there's sometimes you might go out to dinner. Sometimes you might order carry out, and there's times we are tired, but I know, there's times that I might be tired, but I know it's like, but there's something I really want to make, and I know she's tired. That was like, hey, I got this, you take the rain check, you got it tomorrow. And she say, okay, cool. Or, I might be tired from work. Maybe I work 10 hours, 11 hours. And, maybe she worked long hours, but, there might be a time, but she might say, hey, I know, I'm tired, you're tired, but hey, I'm gonna make cook this quick meal and we'll be good. Or a lot of people don't do this either. There's sometimes it's like, hey, we'll make a meal that lasts for a couple days. I'm a big fan of that. If you can make a big meal, big bowl of chili that lasts for 2 or 3 days, hey, I don't mind that. I don't know, a lot of people don't talk about that. If you can make a meal that lasts for a couple of days, do that, because you don't have to. You or your partner don't have to cook for a couple of days. Y'all both just eat that and have leftovers for a couple of days as well.
Yeah, that's a smart woman that does that. That's a woman that understands. She make a day to last you for a week. That's a smart woman. But a lot of these women ain't really doing that. Go ahead, Ken.
If a man working, bringing home the money, I got him, I want to be his peace as well. Now, my dad cooked most of the time. He was the better cook than my stepmom. And my mom can't cook. I cook better than her as a child. Jordan whipping up that, what's that called?
Bechamel sauce. That's the 5 mother sauces. That's right, Just Jay. That's what you call the tomato sauce. You know what the 5 mother sauces are? Okay, Just Jay.
Y'all want a woman to work, go to the gym, keep her hair done and nails, cook and clean, SD, and while you watch on the TV? No, we're not saying that. You don't have to do that.
No, but let's say if a man do want that, why he shamed for it?
That is true.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
That's what,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you get the point. Yeah.
If that's something he wants, that's something he wants.
Yeah. And the thing is, some woman in the world would do that. She would.
Yeah. I was trying to find this I came to play, but I can't find it right now. That's what I'm looking for right now. There was a woman, literally, it went viral. It was a woman. She worked a 13-hour shift. Came
Oh,
home.
I seen that one.
If you can
Damn.
find it, I want to play that. I'm looking for it. There
Oh
was
my God.
13 hours clip, 13 hours from work, Jordan Mike, working 13 hours, came home, still cook and clean and all of that. And she did it with a smile on her face. It was not like being forced to do so. She did it because she loved her man. I was trying to find a clip. I can't.
That's what you call a traditional woman, because women in the 50s and 60s and 40s, they do that. When they work, when they do work like that, yeah, they come home and cook for the man and the kids. Hey, that's a 100% traditional woman. Go ahead.
I want to give you a personal thing. When my aunt died, she forced me to take her all the way home. She had ovarian cancer. She wanted, now mind you, her husband did not ask her to do this. She said she wanted to come home and still cook him a meal. This was up until the point she couldn't do it anymore, but the last few times she was wanted to still do that for her man. That's not something he asked her to do. He told her to relax, but some people still have some innate feeling to want to do for their peoples. So just to point that out.
Oh, I came. I found it. I sent it to you. Is there? I just sent it to you.
Hold on.
Yeah, mind you, folks. What he's about to play is literally a woman coming home from working a 13-hour shift, literally doing what her man tells her to do. Now, most women, like a sugar bump, were like, I don't think so. There's no way you're going from working a 13-hour shift, coming home, still have to cook, clean, and make sure that guy pretty much have his meal for later on tonight.
That's not a slave.
Yeah.
You're mixing it up.
I'll say, y'all want a slave. We don't want no slave.
We don't want no slaves.
Yeah, it's not a slave. It's a woman.
Hold on.
She said it sound like a slave to me.
No, because that women that do it, like I said, women that do that, you know that women get rewarded. We talking about, hey, babe, let's go away for like a week, or buy some jewelry, or buy some perfume like that. If my wife did something like that, oh my Lord, she would get rewarded. Oh Lord, go ahead.
Every comment is hilarious. You have different variety of work. They're like, what she doing? She wanted to slave.
Come on, baby. Still working.
Boys, the clothes. Look, decent meal. See that, Gore?
And I want people to look at this one comment. These comments. She says she ain't wash her hands or that fish, so I'm gonna stop there. Look now. Look now. The man ain't complaining. This is women who commented. Can we at least take those scrubs off, shower off that nastiness before you cooking dinner? Hospital environments are some of the nastiest places. And we would be eating at a nice takeout meal. Yeah, that's right. This is in 1950 to where she's doing all after a 13-hour shift in surgery. Yeah, he's bugging. He needs to cook for her too. LOL.
There's any more comments I can't, because dang.
There's more comments. And listen, Even our beloved, one of our beloveds in the comments, she said, change your clothes, sis. That's all I got to say on that one. Listen.
Uh-oh. Shout out to Red Lipstick.
Shout out to Red Lipstick. Listen, there's more comments if y'all want to go see. Her man not complaining.
He's not.
And the thing about that, Hakeem, she knew it's like, okay, let me. I know what to cook. It's like she went in there and knew what to cook, and she was like, okay, let me cut, and she did it with the real quickness too. It's like because she probably cooked it before. Okay, let me do this, get under there. After that, maybe feed everybody. After that, feed my husband. After that, I can chill. I can go to bed.
But let's keep it real. Like motivation visits say, nah, no, who don't change their clothes when they get off from work? Majority of the time, nobody really changed their clothes. Let's keep it real.
Thank you. Now, mind you, do you think she's going to jeopardize the health of her husband? I don't even think she was even around anything nasty.
Yeah.
Do usually nurses, they wash their hands before they leave?
Yeah.
You have to do it constantly.
Exactly.
I've worked in a hospital.
And usually they don't wash for 20 seconds. They wash for like a minute, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Listen. Sherry Bryant came with up with her. Did you see the house she was in? Backdrop.
Hey, also, what type of car she got? She probably got a Mercedes or BMW.
She could call us weird, though. That's a standard of some men. Some men, they prefer their women to make sure they come home from work. Doesn't matter what time, that food got to be on the table. That's his standard.
That's his standard. And listen here. Is either you do that or you lose him to a side piece. Let's get that straight. We're going to get into that. Let's get that straight. These side hoes is cooking meals on-demand section. They don't care what your wife is talking about. Baby, come here and get this cooked meal. You better watch out for them old Krugers too. They say, honey, I'll teach you a few things about keeping a man.
And also, there's a woman that if they husband comes at midnight, 1 or 2 in the morning, they will wake up and cook for them.
Yeah.
Just to cook their meal. Even though they might be tired, they wake up and cook for them.
He says, you cartwheel for anything, sis. Say though, Hakeem, no shade that. No, listen. I cartwheel for you too, Just Jay, but you haven't said nothing yet for me to cartwheel, baby. Listen, Just Jay, say you gonna cook me a meal. I'll cartwheel right now. I'll cartwheel right now. Listen, I already cartwheel because you a beautiful black sister. I've seen your face. You are attractive. I've seen you. Just like Sherry Bryant, just like Natasha Vincent, just like all the beautiful chocolate drop. I can't say that about my beloved thumbnail. I can't say that about my beloved thumbnail, Sugar Bum, because I don't know what she looked like. Motivational Vision. She's gorgeous. Elite Belzo-ish. And listen here, I'm about to do another cartwheel. I get up any time to feed my men. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Yahweh ben Yahweh.
See? And those are the women that stay married forever.
Forever. You want a $90,000 car? I'm co-signing.
Yep.
Fuck it. You want to live on the beach? Let me go work 7 jobs like a Jamaican.
Bye.
You bring me a tight boar's head sandwich, baby. I ain't cooked today, but I thought of you. Come on, let's get it. The first,
for me, if you can make some good Louisiana gumbo, oh man,
Louisiana, you gotta get a good.
Listen, that Louisiana gumbo serious. That crawfish too now.
Serious, boy.
I've been it.
Yeah, that's serious.
Listen, you really eating crawfish when you eat it on top of a Chevy in that black bag and everybody hands is inside. Two. Oh, shit.
About that. I can't know about that, man.
Listen, I've been in Baton Rouge. Just Jay. Oh, listen, Sugar Bo said Just Jay when I look like Just Jay's a woman. I'm a man. That's your homegirl. I don't know what you look like. It matters because I'm the end product user.
Just Jay, does Sugar Bo look cute? Let's answer that question. Sugar Bomb's a baddie. You know, you're not the only one that told me that. Somebody told me that too. Sherelle told me the same thing. Sugar Bomb's a baddie. I just got to see the picture.
I don't know if she's a baddie or not. I know she's a thumbnail.
For real.
I gotta see for myself. The devil's a lie. The devil is a lie.
Come on, I believe Just Jay. I just want to see it. I open my eyes, be like, hey, if we see Sugar Bomb, our eyes gonna be like when she walk in, it could be like this.
Listen, I've seen Just Jay on video. She's pretty.
Yes, she is. I see Just Jay too. Yes, she is.
She's very gorgeous. So
yes.
I know how she looks.
Because she live in Liberty City. Just I ain't gonna lie to you.
Listen. You know my first love was Ghetto Diamonds. That's all I cared about. Ghetto Diamonds, Ratchets. That was mine. With the long 26-inch wheel here down as and
hey, we used to simp. We used to simp for that. For the Ghetto Diamonds. We was big simps for Ghetto Diamonds.
How to go dunk somebody that look pretty? That don't make any sense.
Yeah, nobody's not gonna dunk that look pretty.
Anyone. See, I told you, Liberty.
Okay.
She's from
Opelika. My bad. Bunch Park. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Bunch Park.
She said her hair been natural over 20 years. Incredible.
That's incredible. And if you stay like that, you're gonna get married. You stay like that, you're gonna get married.
No, somebody that a man really prefer a girl to have fake hair and fake nails. That also could be a man's standard. Some man with fake hair and fake nails.
Yeah, sure.
She said she's not from Bunch Park. Where you from? Behind the P? Where you from? The Bad? Come on, baby, name it. I've been all of there. I've been there through all there.
Nah, we ain't gonna try to dox her.
She said, Gore said, Natasha, I'm too old for foolishness. No way I'm waking up midnight for a home cooked meal food. You got that right.
Wait a minute, Gore. So Gore, well, I gotta ask you a question. So Gore, because Gore's married too. So I'm gonna say, Gore, let's say if you get hungry in the middle of the night, you tell me you ain't gonna tell your wife like, hey, baby, I'm hungry. Can you fix me a sandwich? You're just gonna be like, oh, let her know or automatically. Because you know some women know automatically that hey, my man get hungry around 12 o'clock midnight.
I want to comment to the statement because this is true. And listen, Miss Natasha Vincent, if this was Bizarre World, I'll be a Saudi prince and all y'all would be my wives. None of y'all would be working. Gucci, Chanel, Fendi bags, Rolls Royces. You just say, I need this, Hakeem. I just say, the card is on the table. Go ahead and swipe.
Hey, PJ, you from Florida too? I ain't know PJ from Florida.
Yeah, if he is, what part of Florida he from?
Yeah, listen, PJ
Florida, I ain't know that. I've been for a minute. I ain't know he was from Florida.
Look, I thought PJ got a Haitian last name. Austin?
No, I think he's in the Marines or the military. Yeah.
Okay. Shout outs. Listen, I got a family full of Army servicemen. Shout outs to you, bro. PJ, one of my brothers is in Maryland. He's a Navy recruiter. My other brother was in infantry. He went to North Korea. He was in South Korea. His wife is in. So I come from a family of servicemen. So, you know what I mean? Peace out to y'all.
Yeah. He travels. PJ travels. That's what I was like. That was I didn't know he was from Florida.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yeah, my wife, like I said, my wife, if she make up much, she'll hook it up. For sure.
St. Augustine.
St. Augustine in the building.
Okay. That's still in South Florida. That's cool.
South Florida, yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. St. Augustine has a lot of history too. A lot of with like pirates and Haitian Maroons and stuff like that going over there.
Yeah.
It says, so depending on the schedule, I get up because if he need anything, he get up. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah.
Hey, Sherry Bryan living that good life.
Listen.
That just tell you Sherry Bryan, she has a good life. Really good life.
Listen, Sherry Bryan talking like that. She needs a brand new Rolls Royce Cullinan. Let's be honest about that. And nigga, listen, A real nigga hitting bricks, hitting licks, putting the sticks out on nigga. You got to get the coloring for somebody talking like that. The coloring. You know what I mean?
Sugar hating on Florida. I'm about to block her.
No, Sugar, don't do that, baby.
Hey, well, I don't know why she's saying that. It's a lot of people. It's not just y'all. Well, I live in Florida, so I love Florida, and there's a lot of people on the chat from Florida too.
Yeah, she said I have to swipe the card myself. Where all the personal shoppers like the Chinese and all the Saudi wives have, you have everything. Everything.
So you'll be like the guy from Dubai who he bought his girl a plane.
Yeah.
Furries.
Listen, and I'm not coming with them where they shopping. I want y'all ladies to go have y'all business. Y'all just spend my money. Spend my money. Every so often.
What about the yachts? You gonna get them on the yachts too? Since y'all in Miami?
Listen, these are women. They deserve everything. These are women. I don't care about none of that stuff. I could stand there, I could post up in corner and drink a beer with my homies. They can have everything.
But the thing that they don't obey, they're going to get hung. That's why it don't make sense.
No. They could be a little bit feisty. I don't mind feistiness. You know what I mean? You know, because after you done have all the kids, you just go and enjoy your life.
Hakeem wants a what? Hurry. Oh, okay. I see what she said.
Hakeem wants a harem. No, a harem is when you have a lot of shones. If I'm a Saudi prince, you will all be my wives. You will all be my wives, and I would take care of you and all the kids that come with y'all.
Okay,
that's a difference. I'm a difference. I'm a community nigga. I'm a community. A lot of y'all, you know what I'm saying? I'm a community nigga.
Well, you better be careful.
People forget that I had my first brush with volunteering at the Special Olympics. I was a volunteer at the Special Olympics in high school, and I volunteered at the Salvation Army down here by 36th Street, right behind. And I used to cook there. I was a cook there because I needed to get my my credits from my high school diploma. Yeah. But I was there with kids, and I was playing big brother and father to them. So I have yeah. So that's where my affinity comes from, loving kids and stuff like that. Kids who are not mine and stuff like that. And even that, I volunteered at Optimus Football. I done bought a couple bites for some young niggas. Bought food. You know what I mean? I used to go to the corner store and buy the poke and beans. If I'm in there, there's a bunch of kids. I'll pay for the whole group.
That's really dope, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, you know what I mean? I got an affinity. So,
Gore, I can answer that question. It's the sex. It's the sex that will make us hungry in the middle of the night. We don't have sex to eat. So we wake up in the middle of the night because we're hungry because our energy needs to be recovered.
Yes.
Yeah, in the middle of the night. It's because of the sex.
Yep. And listen, I want to clarify about my on-demand sex statement. And I know a lot of people heard that. So here's the thing. We all people, we're going to be working every day. I'm not going to be tagging that ass up all the time. But when I get a little rumbling in my tumbling, I say, let's cha-cha-cha now, baby. Let's cha-cha-cha. You know?
It was an awkward moment, Jordan. Jordan got quiet.
He did. I'm a little bit eccentric. I'm a little bit eccentric. You know what I mean? We're going to do a little bit of bachata when it's ready now.
But how you going to say on demand? Because on demand meaning that you want it right now, right there, right now. It's like on demand cable, like it's right there at all times.
No, listen. I say that. That's why I say it's a blanket statement. It's a blanket statement, but when I'm saying, like, if I'm working 5 days out the week, sometimes I'll be too tired to even be looking at that ass. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm ready, I'm like, let's do the bachata. Let's do the bachata. You know what I'm saying? Let's do the bachata. Just Jay say that sounds like diarrhea.
Oh, what sound like diarrhea?
Hey, I still love you, Just Day. It's not diarrhea, baby. And if I did, out of love for your husband, Hakeem, you'll go clean it up, right? No problem.
But most of the time, a working man only wants sex one time a week, once or twice.
Most definitely.
If one to
Yes,
one
facts.
working, he's not a man that's working.
Oh yes,
You got too much free time.
yeah. She's. Oh yeah, I get what she said. She said when I said the rumbling in my tummy. Sometimes I don't make sense, Just Jay. I'm human. I am a product of Miami-Dade schools. You know what I'm saying? I barely speak English sometimes. I barely cover.
Boy say he's taking his AKE at the midnight.
Hey, me and Gore on the same level. Nigga, I fall asleep at the 9. What you mean, Gore? Gore, shit. Nigga, after we close this, sometimes I say, hey, time for me to take a nap.
I feel you over here. I would go sleep around 7. I'd be sleepy. But every time I go on the East Coast, I don't know what it is. If I'm back at home or I'm in Atlanta, visit my wife's parents, and if I'm in Miami, I have some type of energy when I'm in the East Coast. But I'm in the West Coast, shoot. I remember Ronnie and Willie came. Like once we got done, after that went straight to sleep.
Who you telling, boy? It's the sun. Like me, I think Miami weather is that when that sun hits you, it just make you tired. I'll be like, man, normally I'd be up for hours, but that sun, oh man, I would just knock me out. It knocks me out.
Tell me about it. Nigga, I'm knocked out now. What you talking about?
No, but no, for you guys on the panel. So you think our men are afraid to share their standards to other men?
Yes.
And why is that? And why so?
I think wanting certain things your way makes it look like you're being a bit childish, and you have to change and be with the times, be a little bit with the times. When I say you have to be happy with yourself, and you can't live a lie, because the last thing you want to do is to be in a relationship with somebody and there's something that person's not doing, and you start to resent that person. That's the biggest thing you should not do.
Yeah, I agree, because like I said, everybody's different. Men want different things in a woman. They have a certain size. They have a certain type of standards they want. Because maybe they experience it with their, with the past relationship they didn't like, so they changed their standards. Or if they had their parents back in their lives, so they saw something, they want to keep something. They want to get something where they saw in their parents and everything. They want to keep that standard. And if afraid sometimes we say somebody say, no, that's not going to work with this and that, And to me, men are going to realize to say, hey, a man, everybody's different. If a person had that specific type of standard, it's totally fine. Let him, have that standard and see if you can find somebody who share that standard with.
But my thing, you got to be careful too, because if you're a man, you say, okay, I want a standard. They say, for example, because, me and Hakeem, Jordan, we Haitian. I think you already know that we Haitian. So we was raised that, women supposed to bring us coffee in the morning. That's the first thing a woman do. Every morning, she got to make sure the coffee's prepared. Even if you don't drink coffee as a man, you're supposed to go ahead and drink your woman's coffee in the morning. And you got to make sure it's extra dark. You know what I mean? Extra dark. You know what I'm saying? Hakeem know, because he already know. You already know. So if I come and meet a woman, my standard be like, oh, because the way I was raised, I was like, I want a woman to make me coffee every day. That's something that she's not used to. She used to, oh, you make your own damn coffee. Jordan, you already know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Own damn coffee. I ain't making shit. So and that's the communication part sometimes miss, because sometimes the man will assume the woman already prepared those type of things, but sometimes the woman just don't know until you have those.
Well, for most African Americans, I've always seen it in my family. That's anywhere. It's if a woman's make breakfast in the morning for her husband. I always seen that, especially for my grandparents making breakfast. It could be eggs, sausages, bacon, biscuits. That's what I seen for us. For me growing up.
Do you have to do that for you to this day, or no? Or do y'all take?
Well, no, we take turns. Because like I do overnight, and we take turns, because me and her, we like to enjoy cooking. It doesn't matter.
For me, I love what you brothers say. Y'all took in a lot of the words out of my mouth. Ronnie just expressed something that I see been going on my whole life. But there's and you also said something that is important: reciprocation. If a woman goes out of her way to be submissive to you and to cook, clean, you have to give her the world. Women stop cooking and cleaning when they are unhappy. It's not their objective doing these things. They stop doing these things when they are unhappy. When it starts to become the time it starts to become a chore, when you're not fitting your heads up on the bargain.
Man, you preaching there.
You know what I'm trying to say? And men who are married understand this for that reciprocation. If you treat me nice and you show me love and respect, I'm going to give you everything I got. I'm going to make sure your life does not struggle. I'm striving to be perfection. I'm not going to enjoy the money. We are men. We're very simple creatures. We make sure the woman enjoys the most of it. But you have to fundamentally understand reciprocation is what it is very big.
Liberate soul, brother. You know, I see you liberated. No, but at the same time, when it comes to the aspect, but I can't. You make a great, powerful statement you just made. Women, when they become unhappy, they didn't feel like it's like a slavery type of mentality because they are unhappy. But if they love you and care about you, they don't mind going the extra mile. They don't mind cooking and cleaning and pretty much doing whatever you ask them to do. It don't seem like slavery. It seems like love. Go ahead.
And one thing here is too, I want to just point this clear, and I want to read this and say this quickly. We have a selection of teas over here in 2 single orange and light coffee available over in the morning. Morning is time to relax. Start your entire household the day right. Praise be to God. Now, I also want to say this too. When you do these things for a man, and you've been doing this consistently, a man is going to tell. It's going to be a day he said, "Babe, just chill. I got you." We're not going to expect this every day. We just want to know that we're being catered to. And that's what I'm saying. We don't want you to cook and clean every day. But if you've been so consistent, baby, don't cook nothing and I'm taking you out to eat. Babe, if he calls you, hey, you still got leftovers, we're gonna eat that, and I'll get Junior something from the store. Sherry Bryant says, I'm my man's peace. Life is hard enough. I'm going to cook, massage, serve him his plate, then set the mood. He takes care of everything else. Seriously, I want for nothing. He's never going to let even a ride meet in a dirty vehicle. There's nothing to talk about after that.
Hey, bro, you trying to make guys go on your DM?
Basically. But they got to know Gorilla Black is a shooter. He looked like a former street nigga. So,
a sugar bomb mean, what about my peace?
Listen, we're your peace as well.
Yeah.
And your security.
Preach.
Sugar, you ain't gonna always have to cook and clean, baby. You have to have some skin in the game.
Preach.
You're not gonna always have to put some skin in the game. We're not telling you you're my equal, but you gotta show that you love and care about us, and the way you doing that is acts of service. Get out of your and submit to your will. When you bring a plate to a man, you ever notice when you give him a plate, he looks up at you?
That's true.
Yeah, that look. That's why my wife be cook. I'm like, oh, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. It looks great.
A lot of women know what I'm talking about. When you pass that plate,
I know what you're talking about. Yep. That's fact. That's true.
He doesn't even smell the food. He looks and then grabs the plate, grabs the spoon.
Ooh, it's true. You even got my dad bird laughing. It's true though.
Especially if the she did a nice presentation on the plate too. Come on.
It's true. He said the truth.
Hey, I'll share a story. This was my wife ordered Uber Eats one time, right? And because she feel like cook, I said, hey babe, I'm gonna order some Uber Eats. she found a deal of some Chinese food where she had like some rice, like she had two servings of rice and some chicken and some ribs, and I looked at her, I'm like, dang, so you went all out. You went all out. I appreciate you for thank you. I mean, because she was gonna cook something that I really, really wanted, but she said I feel like cooking. But she went and got some Chinese food that had a good deal. I'm like, God damn, thank you. I appreciate it. You had to go all. It's the thing is, she had to go all out like that. She didn't have to because I thought she spent like $40 or $50. She's like, no, I found a deal, and why not? And she went all out, and I that was 2 weeks ago, and I still remember that day because that food was really, really good. I mean, it was really good.
That's the thing. Most men need to have that type of experience. A lot of men don't have that type of experience. There's only a small group of men who do have that type of experience. So I think if men had those type of experience, they'll be more pleasing online, and they won't be red pill or incel. Because now they having their woman bringing plates to them.
Listen, Sugar, you work at the hospital. I know you're a nurse. Do you think the same thing what that lady did? You think that house is paid all by herself if she has done have to pay a bill?
No. That man paying everything.
When you do something that you don't want to do for a man knows that and he appreciates that. You feel what I'm trying to say? You know what I mean? Messy.
Real talk. I think that's real talk, dude.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So ça son plot.
That was it. That's real talk. What you saying, Hakeem? Real and Jordan. That was it. And she said she's not a nurse.
But I thought you was claiming you was working at the hospital. The way you was talking like you needed your feet rubbed.
She probably a doctor.
Something like that. But let me tell you something. I believe in reciprocation. I believe in a woman being able to have what she wants. Your reciprocation comes in any way. You gonna get something that most women dream of getting, a nigga to break the bag. When you start pointing, we're gonna go live over here.
She said that wasn't her. That wasn't me.
That was you. That was you, Sugar. That was you. It says, shit, I don't know about that, bruh. These new breed of men are different. I'm sure they still find something to complain about every day.
Yeah.
True.
Every day.
Yeah.
You got men with money who are complaining about women asking them to bring something to the table. I completely laugh at that.
Yeah, that don't make no sense.
It makes no sense. And the thing is, it's like I don't even know those men because I don't be hang around those men. I don't hang around men that are complainers. And me or Ronnie or Hakeem, we don't hang around men that are complainers. So these new breeders men y'all talking about, I don't get those. I don't know where they come from.
Yeah, how you be making 6 figures and you still complain about women?
Because it's a twisted sense of reality. And let me tell you something. If you're complaining like that, a woman shouldn't cook for you. She shouldn't be giving you nothing. If that's going to be the issue, listen, I know if you're doing this for me, you don't have to do that. You're doing that out of love. And the fact that you're willing to submit to that type of will and to want to show me that, hey, I'm willing to go out my way to take my time that I could be doing something else to please you. Oh, nah, baby. Let me go out here and go get this money. You need a bag or something? Because I know that's going to make you happy. You want to go on a trip with you and your homegirl? You want me to pay for you to go on a trip with you and your homegirl? Go ahead. I want you to be, but I know every time the flex is that Haitian nigga paid it. And he gave me the American Express.
Mm.
You can go look at your homegirl thotting it up. When you start swiping the American Express, you looking like, I can't do that.
Hakeem trolling. Hopefully not.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trolling. I'm telling the dude, these new dudes think they can because they have resources that they can be trash people. You're 100% right about that. I don't know where they come from, but men with old school mentality, we don't lead off our wallet. Our wallet is just a plus. It's personality and the way we deal with y'all.
Yeah, yeah. All of it is the wallet is to show you who we truly are. At the end.
Yeah. And it's some of these men that shows how bad their character is and everything, because women don't want men that has bad character like that. It's crazy.
And most of the time, the guys with the six figures, those are the guys that really having a hard time getting women anyway, which is weird.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, all this stuff doesn't have to be hard, man. It's so easy. If men stop talking and women stop talking, they start doing. He says, facts. I got Gorilla and American Express, and he added me on all the accounts.
Girl, you better. You see, sugar, when you behave, you get rewarded.
Y'all gotta learn. He said, what did he say? What'd she say? I don't care about you looking like that, Hakeem. All the time. All the time. All the time. What he says, yeah, I stick
I said to old school ways.
Regarding manhood, that's non-existent these days. I just shaking my head, keep it moving. Liberated soul rebel, you're 100% right. But listen here, we're built different than these young boys. These young boys, here's the funny thing is, and I want you fellas to answer this. These young boys are able to smash some of these girls, but they can't keep them.
Sugar, you gotta behave. You are a child.
They can't keep them.
Inside of you that need to be spanked.
Oh Lord.
Shout outs to DNA 143. Shout outs to Instagram. Instagram is live.
Come on, just said she said good doggy.
Hey,
chat wild tonight.
See? Look, just Jay get it. Look, yeah, my bad. First time I forgot we was live. My bad, I forgot. Who was my bad. Well, I ain't gonna lie. This is actually free game. Some women love discipline. I'll just keep that as that. I'm just keep it as that. I ain't talking about domestic violence either. Some women love to be disciplined. They love when a man take control. Go ahead.
Some women don't want to be able to get their way all the time.
Yeah.
You have to be firm. You have to have some sort of standards.
Yeah. Fresh sound. I'm not gonna go there. I would say.
You say it's phenomenal men out here. You just have to be a phenomenal woman.
Preach.
Sherry, Gorilla Black is lucky because you've been hitting these points out. And listen here, it's easy to be feminine. That's feminine right there.
Yeah, no, just Jay. Probably if Chaos ever do a late night vibe type of thing, then I will talk about that. But I'm gonna just keep it PG-13 because we trying to build a catalog. So.
We might have to put that on the Patreon. And call it Late Night Chaos.
Yeah, exactly.
We had to put that on the Patreon.
Unlock your inner child. That's what we're gonna call
Late
it.
Night Cha-cha-cha. Late night.
And we could really be get uncensored.
Get all censored. Bring the bubbly out. Pour it up. Some Casamigos. I know y'all like Casamigos. Don Julio. 14.
And you probably see me drinking the old fashioned.
You know what I'm saying?
We ain't trying to get this channel flagged. No.
Yeah, we'll go get some Casamigos and 19 for Don Julio. Yeah, we know what
Don Julio. I never had it yet. People
I never had it either.
Listen, that Don Julio 1492, that shit serious, boy.
For real?
That shit expensive.
I'm gonna mess you up, but it's like smooth with it.
It is smooth. It is smooth, and it goes down in your gut. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I couldn't afford to buy it. I was with some other niggas who had it, and I was just
It's only $40. How much is it? 40?
No, it's like 80, right? $80 to $100, right?
I don't know, man. What they say that the bottle he had looked expensive. He said this is expensive. The expensive. I didn't even know how much it cost. He said this $19.92. I said,
if that's the case, I'm gonna buy one next month. I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna try the Don Julio out.
I say put that Don Julio in here. Cause listen, I'm old school. I used to drink gin and juice. I'm from that era.
What? Gin and juice was what? That was the name of it?
No, actual gin and orange juice.
Yeah, gin and juice. Yeah,
Gin and juice. Yeah, I used to drink Seagram's.
that's why.
Gin.
That's why.
Seagram's gin and juice.
Yeah, that's why Snoop made it so popular. Gin and juice, baby.
Nah, Julio. We'll try. I can't. Well, you already tried it. I need.
Yeah, tried it. It's nice. It goes smooth. And some Casamigos. Casamigos pouring up. That's what the girls like these days. Casamigos and she said Don Julio not expensive at all.
Okay.
I'm a country bunkin. I didn't even know how much that cost. I didn't even know.
Just Jerry. Well, we're about to end it, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I laughed so.
She said, I told my friend that shit. Stop acting like you such a great person. You're blessed, lucky to have a solid person. That's real. Love who you with. Love who you with. Treat the person who you with. If the person is catering to you and that, Phenomenally Yours says Avion is way better. I've never had Avion. Phenomenally Yours. DNA 143 says standards for different men and can't expect the same from other different dudes. This is DNA 143. Lead me, my king.
I need to try that. So I need to try them too.
Yeah, Avion. But they these women are saying some real things in here. You can't expect. I'm a Avion bottled water. I wonder if she meant Avion the liquor.
No, Avion mean the water. That's the water.
Yeah, it's the water.
No, but this girl, she spelled it a different way. Aviolin. Is that a liquor?
That's,
yeah.
That
Hold
one,
on.
But the one is the water.
Yeah. Listen, no, she was right. She said Avion tequila.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
AVIO. Yeah, you see, I didn't even know what that was. Hold on.
So Natasha, I'm drinking water, so I ain't drinking Don Julio. I'll probably drink that later.
Don Julio, 1942.
1942.
Hey, the most expensive Avion is $149. Let's see, and let's see how much Don Julio is. Hey Google, what is the most expensive Don Julio?
Yeah, tell me.
I don't know, but I found these results on search.
I hate you.
Google said, I don't know. How Google don't know?
Yeah. 1942. Hold on. It's not even saying. Yeah. I get
42.
Yeah.
Here's one. I see one. Don Julio Real first release. It's like almost $3,000. Yeah, Don Julio Real. It's like almost $3,000.
$3,000. You see?
Yep. Don Julio Real, $3,000.
I don't know Don Julio, man.
Yeah, Don Julio Blanco is $200. Don Julio.
Yeah, here's a Don Julio Rosado. That's about $95. Yeah,
95. Yeah.
Okay, that's reasonable.
That's reasonable.
That's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's reasonable.
Bring me like 50 to like 60. So that's reasonable.
DNA 143. Go ahead.
Okay, for alcohol, trust me.
No, it is. DNA 143 says they can treat you like a queen and still cheat and have side chicks.
Yeah. That's a whole nother
conversation.
But remember, guys, drink responsibly. If you drink water, you don't have to drink responsibly. But if you're drinking Don Julio tequila, drink responsibly. I don't want to be chaos culture, be responsible for y'all getting into a car accident. Be like, yeah, Hakeem, I'm gonna go get some Don Julio.
Don Julio, yeah. Have another stream about being reasonable. What the F? Just Jay, what she mean by being reasonable? I think Just Jay, let me tell you something. I don't want you to be reasonable. I want you to have standards. If you want you a rich man, I want you to have a rich man. If you don't want to fuck with a dude with garbage D, I don't want you to do that. Because at the end of the day, I want you to be happy. Your preference is your preference. I don't want you to let up because you want to know why. You having preference can lead to that point of you finding the man that you want that's going to love, care, and be affectionate and cut the bag. Just like I want a woman to cook for me in the apron. I'm gonna let that sink into y'all ladies' heads.
And that's why it's so very important to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, thank you, Just Jay, Natasha Vision, Sari Bryant, and of course, Sky, Liberated Show, Motivating Vision, Victor, Fresh Sound Florida, Urban Noise, Kendall, Jabari. Jabari's in the clouds. Jabari's watching. He's in the cloud. You know, shout out to Gore. Who else was here today? I'm trying to make sure. Shout out to you guys that's also watching us on Instagram right now. We really do greatly appreciate you guys. And also those that are also watching us on Twitch and also on Facebook. And also those that's going to watch us on the playback. PJ, shout out to PJ. I forgot PJ was also here. And for those that's also going to watch us on the playback. I say Natasha Vision.
She said my apron is black and white and plaid. I'm cartwheeling. Woo! Woo! Cha-cha-cha. 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 Cha-cha-cha.
It's so very important for you guys going to community tab. In the community tab, there's a KI Culture Radio t-shirt with me and Jordan have on. We have it in black, red, and also white. And Prince Hakeem new book. Shout out to those that already purchased the book. Appreciate you, Mission Gore, Barry White, and all the others who have purchased the book. Let us know when you purchase the book so we can shout out for that as well. We really do greatly appreciate you guys because we on our way to 1K subscribers, man. I love the group we have now, Hakeem.
We do. And listen, somebody just gave us a business idea. And we might need to get some money in crowdfunding to get this. DNA 143 said, can you start a dating site with good guys? I like that.
What are they supposed to say it out loud? Now somebody
I like that idea.
It is.
We're going to work on that.
KI Culture Radio dating site.
And who will be? When you get on there, you got to be ready to marry. You got to be ready to marry.
That's the standard. You're looking for marriage.
Standard. If you over a certain age, you fall into that ready to marry category. If you're under 20, we're just dating for marriage. But you got to be ready to marry.
Don't tell anybody.
No, we're not going to tell. We'll work on that. We'll work on that.
Hopefully nobody catch that. But also, we on our way to 1K subscribers. With you guys' help, we will reach that goal. Like always, man. Thank you for tuning in to KI Culture Radio. We are over and out.
We are out.
Peace. Cha 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 cha.